Well, let's break down a couple of MLB games. We're going to talk Red Sox, Tigers, Reds, Cubs. Let's start with Red Sox and Tigers. Tigers coming off a really, just two dominant wins against Texas. And Red Sox are putting Toley out there. He had a pretty good first outing, second outing, not so much. And you kind of got to wonder if the shine of the manager being fired and the team winning, you wonder if that has kind of gone away here a little bit. Might be the same old with the Red Sox. But Detroit, huge favorite. How do you break this down?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, you got to kind of look at current form in baseball. It's 162 games, and there are ebb and flows. And we talk about the daily sports, basketball, baseball, and hockey. When you have like a manager change or a coach change, it can light a spark. This is a Red Sox team, though, that I just don't think is very good. Also, you got to wonder what they got left after a tough loss against Houston yesterday on Sunday at home. Extra inning loss. They had dropped 3 of their 4 previous games after the 3 wins. And then they lose an extra inning game against the Astros yesterday. Now they have to travel without rest against a Detroit team that remains home after the 3-game stand against Texas. And as you pointed out, 12-2 on Saturday and Sunday. So it does look like there's some good offensive momentum. Better team. Better offensive momentum. I mean, the Red Sox, even with some wins recently, after that 3-game win streak in which they put up 27 runs, they have scored a total, including the extra inning game, a total of 8 runs the last 5 games. So this is not an offense in good current form. 2 teams look like they're heading in opposite directions. Home field, travel edge, and then the pitching edge as well. We got Screwball on the mound. One of the best pitchers in baseball the last few years, to say the least. I mean, a 2.4 ERA 2 years ago, 2.2 last year, 2.7 this year, 45 strikeouts and 6 walks. They've got all the edges here, so really don't overthink this one with Detroit. Just a matter of how you want to play it. I'm not big on laying juicy money lines in baseball. It's around minus 190, but you can get plus money at minus 1.5, plus 110 on the run line. And the fact that the Tigers did put up 12 runs the last 2 days means I think they can win by margin here as well. If you're going to play it, I would lay it with the Tigers. Minus 190 or minus 1.5 plus 110. A lot of sports books have the minus 1 run line. And the great Dave Koken used to say this on the baseball shows with me 5-6 years ago here on WagerTalk TV. If you don't have a minus 1 run line, back then not as many people had it. If you don't have it now, you can always create one by putting half a unit on the money line, half a unit on the run line. And then I would get it down to probably that minus 145 range or so is what it should be. So Tigers minus 1 run line, minus 1.5 or money line, however you want to cut it. That'd be the only way I play it tonight.
Before we get to the Reds and the Cubs, just a reminder, guys, check the weather in this game. I know there's potentially rain in this one. I believe the wind is blowing a little bit, but not too much. So check weather here. But Steve, let's pretend that the weather is perfectly fine and we're going to get a full game in. So what do we do here? We got Petty making his, I believe it's his first start this year in the majors. We got Cabrera going for the Reds. What do you think?
I will say one thing about rain in baseball. I'm always hesitant to use games that might get rained out, not just because it might be a no play, but also because it does bring an uncertainty element, especially with the pitchers and the hitters if they're sitting for a while, or if they start the game and then they don't bring the starters back. So I'm always cautious. But with the Chicago Cub games, even if it's a perfectly sunny day, we're always checking the weather in Chicago because of the wind. And look, you don't have to be a meteorologist to kind of know which way the wind is blowing, because when you see a posted total of 11.5 in a Cubs home game, you kind of know the wind's probably blowing out. And when I last checked, it is blowing out directly to center field as of now. So that's why the total is so high. No, they didn't move this game to Coors Field. No, they didn't elevate the city of Chicago 2,000 feet suddenly. The wind is blowing out to center field, as you can tell by the 11.5 game total. And another situation where it looks like a complete mismatch on the pitching mound, and also the better team overall with the Cubs. And they're laying about minus 200 in this game. So here again, look at that run line, minus 1.5, minus 115. And you'll notice almost the same money line, but this is 20-25%. It's higher than the Tiger line because of the higher total. When you have an 11.5, when you have more runs projected, it is easier for a team to win by margin. So I do like the Cubs run line minus 1.5, minus 115 in this game. They enter in solid current form, 5 straight wins. They've put up 5 runs or more in 4 of those last 5 wins. Meanwhile, the Reds have lost 4 out of 5. They just got swept at Pittsburgh, and they only scored 8 total runs, and their pitching was horrendous, giving up 27 runs in those 3 games. And I don't think the pitching is going to be even better tonight. The bullpen has been taxed this past weekend, and that's not a good thing because this is not a good pitcher on the mound here. Chase Petty. Let me put this in perspective for you, Andy. He has started 2 games in Major League Baseball, and he has 3 losses. That's pretty hard to do. You might say it's impossible, but he's been in 3 games. He's 0-3, 2 starts and a relief appearance. He's got a loss in all 3 career Major League Baseball games. That's a pretty cool stat to have. Let's just call it quits now, Chase Petty, and go down in history as one of the worst ever. First-round draft pick in 2021, and he finally made his MLB debut in 2026. I think that kind of tells you all you need to know. And I like to look at AAA stats for guys. You know, a lot of people say, oh, we don't know what we're working with here. Well, first of all, we kind of do, because in his 2 starts this season on April 30th and May 11th, he had a 19.5 ERA, I believe, in all 3 outings, including a 21.9 ERA in those 2 starts. They put him back down to AAA Louisville, 4.4 ERA this season in 6 games and starts. But here's what jumps out to me. AAA Louisville, full season last year, 26 starts, 6.4 ERA in AAA. It ain't going to get no better here in the majors. If you're going to play it, I would lay it. It's a big total, so I'm not in a hurry to jump over it. What you could do, though, is look at the Cubs team total over 6.5. So Cubs team total over 6.5. Cubs -1.5, -115 run line. Here again, if you're going to play it, I would lay it with the home favorite.
6.5 is it's crazy. You don't see those lines very often. That is a lot of runs.
Andy, even in San Diego, they put up 20 runs in 3 games last week. And I'm looking now, they have scored 5 or more in 5 of their last 6. They have scored 6 or more in 4 of their last 6. And the wind's blowing out. And you got, I mean, I don't want to overreact. It's like, well, maybe, why is he in the rotation? Like, 5 years, he couldn't get to the majors as a first-round pick. And he had a 6.4 ERA last year and 26 AAA starts. Like, there's nothing there, man. It's like they just don't have anything else. It's like sometimes it's too obvious and we overthink it. I don't know. They'll probably win. The Reds will probably win 1-0 tonight. You know how this works.
it's baseball. Like it just yeah. It goes out, throws a gem.
Don't you love that though, Andy? He started 2 games in the MLB and he's 0-3.
What do you have up for everyone today on this Monday?
Yeah, so I mean, WagerTalk's got some great specials right now in the month of May. May specials are here. We got a 3-day for $49. That's a great starter package. A 1 month with an instant $100 discount is also great, as you see, and an extra 10 days included. So not only are you getting a 30-day with $100 off, but you're getting 10 more days included. So it's a 40-day for less than the normal 30-day and $100 off. And then also the 1-year all access, the biggest discount we'll offer all year. Instant $800 plus discount, bonus 25% coupon. That works out to literally $1 a play. Everyone's going to get excited about $5 Tuesday tomorrow. How about getting every play for about $1 for the next year, 365 straight days and nights? No promo codes needed. Oh, no, don't forget bonus free play. I put a bonus free play on my page every day, SteveMerril, WagerTalk.com. And hey, get there quicker with shortcut WT.buzz/SM.